Wow, this is a big one. We're seeing reports that Twitter has permanently suspended Trump's account. This is huge. So his Twitter account has been suspended, and this just happened a few minutes ago, not too long ago. Twitter suspended permanently, according to this report and according to the statement from Twitter's website, which we're probably gonna visit here shortly. But before we dive into the reason why Twitter suspended Trump's account, I just want to say, if this is your first time stopping by this channel, welcome. Consider subscribing now to avoid missing out on the latest helpful updates and financial tips for your financial wellness and success. And one more thing, smash the like button and share this video to help other people find this video quicker. Thank you. Okay, so let's dive into the reason why his account was suspended. According to this report from CNBC, this decision came after Facebook made a similar call recently, extending an initial 24-hour suspension to an indefinite suspension. So this is huge. And Trump has experienced temporary bans on both platforms on Wednesday after the whole Capitol Hill insurrection. So basically the attack of the mob on Capitol Hill, and this is something that has drawn so much criticism from people out there. People were not happy with the events. I mean, it was a sad day for the nation, and the tweets that we saw was something that incited violence according to the social media platforms. So let's dive into the real reason that Twitter said they suspended Trump's account. So this is a blog, or this is a statement, an official statement that Twitter did put out on their website. And according to this blog, permanent suspension of @real Donald Trump. So this is Trump's Twitter handle that was just suspended. So here's the deal. According to this report that was released on Friday, 8th of January 2021, after a close review of recent tweets from the Twitter handle, this is Trump's handle, the account and the context around them, specifically how they are being received and interpreted on and off Twitter, we have permanently suspended the account due to the risk of further incitement of violence. So according to this is based on a possible risk of further incitement of violence. So due to the risk of further incitement of violence, remember, the tweets and some of the statements that we saw from Trump were part of the reason why some people say the violence escalated. But I want to get your thoughts about that in the comment section below. What are your thoughts about this suspension and the risk of further incitement of violence? I want to know what you think about that in the comment section below. So this goes on to say that in the context of horrific events this week, we made it clear on Wednesday that additional violations on the Twitter rules would potentially result in this very course of action. Remember, after the whole thing unfolded, we did see a statement from Trump, and it looks like he went silent. He didn't tweet anything after his official video, giving his concession speech and acknowledging the new administration. Looks like he didn't say anything after a while. Then a few hours later, he sent the tweets. He sent the series of tweets that we're about to see here. So Twitter goes on to say, according to, let me expand this just so you can see this, so it's larger. So Twitter goes on to say, our public interest framework exists to enable the public to hear from elected officials. Well, if you hold an office, your voice matters. So they go on to say, and world leaders directly. It is built on a principle that the people have a right to hold power. The people have a right to hold power to account in the open. However, we made it clear going back years that these accounts are not above our rules entirely and cannot use Twitter to incite violence, among other things. We will continue to be transparent around our policies and their enforcement. The below is a comprehensive analysis of our policy enforcement approach in this case. So it looks like they did have a overall analysis that led them to this permanent ban of Trump. And again, I want to hear your thoughts about this in the comment section below. So according to the analysis, they did give some overview, and they kind of had some dates, some timestamps and all to show the very tweets that they analyzed or they went through to reach the decision that they made. And they did post the first one that Trump tweeted after his account was, remember, his account was suspended and it was unlocked. And when it was unlocked, he did post the video that we saw of him giving the concession speech. And this is the first tweet he had on January 8th after that. Then he had another tweet shortly after this one that says 75,000 great American patriots and blah blah blah. He went on to say, to all of those great people who asked, I will not be going to the inauguration on January 20th. So this was the second tweet he had on his handle today. And after that, according to Twitter, due to the ongoing tensions in the US, an uptick in the global conversations in regards to the people who violently stormed Capitol on January 6, 2021, these two tweets must be read in the context of broader events in the country and the ways in which the president's statements can be mobilized by different audiences. So again, people taking stuff out of context seems to be the concern here, and people not basically understanding the full ramification of the tweet, I guess. And the concern here again includes to incite violence, as well as taking as well as in the context of the pattern of behavior from this account in the recent weeks. So it looks like they are trending back to, or they are trailing back to how the account, some of the tweets on the account in the past few weeks. But I want to get your thoughts about some of these statements from Twitter. What do you think about these very two tweets that he had today, and what we are seeing as far as language and the statement goes from Twitter, and how they reached their decision to ban Trump's account permanently? And then they did give a result. So they said we assessed these two tweets and referenced under our glorification of violence policy. So it looks like this policy is aimed to prevent the glorification of violence that could inspire others to replicate violent acts, and determine that they were highly likely to encourage and inspire people to replicate the criminal act that took place at the U.S. Capitol on January 6, 2021. Again, the event that happened on January 6 is a very horrific one. I mean, this happened in the home, in the seat of democracy. I mean, you could see people walking all up in that, in various chambers of the Capitol, and this is something that we've never seen before. And it happened on January 6th, and this is something that we don't take lightly, because 5 people lost their lives, including a Capitol police. And this is all about, taking active measures. I believe on Twitter's side, I want to get your thoughts on this in the comment section below. Taking measures to prevent the same thing we saw before from happening. So kind of want to see what you guys think about this in the comment section below. But based on the determinations, Trump's account right now seems to have been permanently suspended, and who knows, we'll see what happens. But that is the update on Trump's suspension on Twitter. So if you are looking to make some extra money during this period, if you are looking to make some extra income, maybe you've lost your job, or maybe you're just looking to boost your income with side jobs and side hustles, easy things that you can do from home to make some extra money, be sure to check out the video on the left. And if you are looking to boost your credit score, remember, your credit score impacts a lot of things you do, including where you live, what kind of school your kids attend, what kind of car you drive, and so many things, very important things, including the job you get. If you are looking to boost your credit score and increase your credit limit, be sure to check out the video on the right. Stay safe, see you in the next update, and thank you for watching.